Hey everybody, just want to have a conversation with you about Lent. It's starting today, and I want to explain what it is. This season might seem so weird and mysterious and kind of outdated, but I want to let you know that it holds amazing potential for your growth and for deeper connection with God through faith. Lent is a 40-day period leading up to Easter, and it's observed all over the world by Christians. And it begins today on Ash Wednesday. And it'll actually conclude, be done on Saturday, before Easter Sunday. And so for so many Christians, this season is marked by practices like prayer and fasting and tithing and just preparing our hearts to celebrate Jesus and his resurrection. And so during 40 days of Lent, people will do different things. They'll reflect on significant periods of the Bible, like Jesus spending 40 days fasting in the wilderness, overcoming temptation, preparing him for his ministry. We'll focus on Moses spending 40 days in Mount Sinai, getting the 10 Commandments from God, and the foundational kind of movement of God in the world. Well, we could focus on Noah and his 40 days of dealing with rain and dealing with a storm and God saving the world through Noah. It was a time of preparation and transformation for him and his family and for the whole world. These are the things that we reflect on during Lent. And the way we do that is through prayer. We deepen our relationship with God through kind of communicating with God by fasting, abstaining from foods or habits that distract us. We give. That could be money. We give our time to show kindness towards others. These are all there to help us grow in faith. So the question is, should I participate in Lent? What's in it for me? And those are great questions. Should you do this? And I do think that you should think about doing this. First, because this next 40 days offers a structured time of introspection. You can actually evaluate your life and identify areas in your life that need to change or improve. And self-awareness is a real thing. Really growing in your relationship with Christ requires self-awareness. It's also a time where you can start fasting. You can give up things, chocolate or social media, but give up things that you feel might have too much control over your life. So you're going to temporarily abstain from those things and then break the kind of negative patterns that hold you back in your life with God. You might also consider serving in a new way in this next 40 days, finding ways to serve others and practicing empathy and compassion. These things are essential in building a strong and supportive life with God. Another thing that you might do this Lent is by increasing your prayer life and spending time deepening your relationship with God in Scripture. These are all intentional foci that can lead to more profound understandings of faith and what it might mean for you as a follower of Jesus as you observe Lent. I want to give you some practical steps to get started. First, I want you to set some clear intentions. Decide what you want to achieve this Lent. Maybe it's breaking a habit. Maybe it's developing a positive habit. Maybe it's deepening a spiritual practice. But having a clear goal will guide your journey. The second thing is, I want you to make meaningful decisions. Something that truly challenges you and opens up space for growth. It could be pretty specific, like a food or a digital habit or even a negative self-talk thing, but I want you to be very specific, very intentional. And then third, I want you to engage in prayer. Every day, meditating, prayer, reinforcing your thoughts and intentions on God in this season. And then lastly, I want you to consider how you might serve others in this season. Be thinking about how God might use you, maybe through volunteering here at church or doing something with a neighbor or providing a listening ear to somebody in this season, but use your life on behalf of someone else. This is more than just a religious tradition, my friends. It's a personal journey. It's about becoming the best version that God has for you, living out your purpose. It's about embracing practices that you can experience personal communal growth as a follower of Christ in this church. And so use this time wisely in these next 40 days to reflect, to renew, to grow in your relationship with God. Would you consider using the next 40 days in that way? Let me know what you decide.